sexual. Elegua is an orisha of fertility and reproduction, and his children tend to also be very sexual. Doesn't matter whether they're gay or lesbian or heterosexual, so anything. They just like sex overall. They tend to like enjoy sex and
masculine, just like I was created as a masculine principle with the need for the feminine. A man who has had access to your vagina, he has access to your mind. He ain't just sexing your vagina, he's sexing your mind. Repair your cookie jar. Don't be running around here with no loosey-goosey, my sisters. Don't be letting these brothers turn your divine womb into a loosey-goosey.
Unless it's natural. She's an all-natural sister. You know what I mean? Nice and curvy, too. She definitely 5'5", thick in the thighs. But that's Sister Desiree, looking all butter almondish with them pretty eyes. Sister Desiree, $30. She's a big supporter. Sister Desiree, you might need to send in a wife.
Value your womb. Value your womb. Oneness. Black man, are you guilty of rape? Black men, have you been guilty of pedophilia? Black men, have you been guilty of molestation? Black men, have you been guilty of domestic violence?
Can I be honest with you?
You can be very honest.
Okay. Dr. Umar made me suck his dick, and then he told me he didn't want to talk about nothing, and I wanted to talk like I'm talking to you, so that somebody would know the story,
Right.
and they could help. You could help other people by telling the people. Okay, I'm trying to warn the people, but you know, Dr. Umar is just take over, and it wound up me doing what he wanted to do, and he didn't even want to listen to me.
in Osobo, they will suffer and or participate in sexual abuse. So it's either they will abuse sexually someone.
Now, let me say this. Let me stretch my back. The loosey-goosey. You
Will feel it in their heart. Their emotions will definitely can be easily hurt sometimes, also just because of opinions or things that people may say without thinking about it, etc. So they're very emotional.
what I do. The problem is with a lot of you tenderoni ass dudes out there. The problem is with a lot of you tenderoni ass dudes out there. You're jealous because you don't get the attention from the queendom that I get. But you're not me. I told you this before. I told you this before. You are not me, so you can't do what I do. We can't date the same queens. We can't hang around in the same circles. We can't make the same jokes because you are not me. There's only one Ifatunde. There's only one Ifatunde. So with that being said,
I like him.
He's a good brother.
He's good, man.
A very good brother doing a very good work. It's just that a lot of things I say, other people say them, and they get credit for stuff they stole from me.
I got you. Right.
Not saying he did that,
But
it happens all the time. People send me clips every day of people regurgitating Dr. Umar without actually crediting Dr. Umar.
Right.
Sometimes you get tired of it, but not that brother. I haven't heard him say
okay
anything.
if he do it.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that I liked about
Umar's a bitch dude. Umar's a bitch ass dude, man. And a bitch nigga, if you put a bitch nigga in the spotlight, all you do is magnify how much of a bitch he is. I am great. I am. You know what? Not only am I great, I'm the best. I'm great and I'm the best and I'm better than everybody. I am the greatest. I'm the king. Then this nigga's, oh man. Nobody was fucking with this dude. And this is the thing that burns Umar up. This is the thing that burns Umar, because see, I've seen him do interviews where he would talk about how people began to know him and he would deliberately leave Hidden Colors out. I said, okay, nigga, all right, I ain't tripping. I don't need props or whatever. But people like James Small, Brother Kaba, they'll call me up all the time. They're like, man, Treat, man, I was doing my thing. But the Hidden Color series, being in that, man, that took my shit to another level. That's grown man shit. They don't have to do that, but these are grown men who are secure with themselves. Umar's a bitch, man. Umar's a
certified school principal. I am a child therapist. I paid my own money to take an early flight.
You talking to a doctor here, not no hotep hustler. You talking to a...
Okay, the children of Elegua are very creative in Ire. They're very, very creative people. They're really good with coming up with jokes. They're very good with crafting things and just creativity overall. They exude creativity because Elegua is a very creative god. Elegua is literally a god of creation and reproduction. So the children of Elegua are really good for those things when they're in it. It's very easy for them to be creative and come up with things and ideas and stuff, and they can just like shoot a whole bunch of things, out of thin air. They're really, really very...
Also, real soon, we got the Baby Garvey line coming. The Baby Garvey line, check it out, y'all. I got the onesies for the babies. I want every black boy in America to be rocking my onesie. If you got a son and your son ain't rocking none of the Dr. Umar logos, the Cash App. $ FDMG School. If you can only give us $1, give us $1. If you can only give us $20, give us $20. If you can give us $50, give us $50. If you can give us $100, give us $100. Go to drumarjohnson.com and become a loyal donor to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. $50 a month bronze, $100 a month silver, $250 a month gold, $500 a month is platinum, and $1,000 a month is diamond. Go to your PayPal international
business ideas, and for the most part, executing the business idea. Sometimes it might falter a little bit because they might be able to come up with a whole bunch of really good ideas for businesses, but then they don't do anything about it. Or it may become easier for them to tell you what to do about it, but then they don't.
With regard to my upcoming book by the same title, my book will be coming out this fall or this winter, God willing, before the end of the 2017 calendar year, for sisters only, relationships and dating, the rule of romance. Out of nowhere, a man who has been saying despicable, disgusting, deplorable, unprofessional, and outright nasty things about black people and African people since he... Because we're still on the government's breast. The same government we claim don't love us, we're constantly begging them for funding. The same government we claim don't love us, we're constantly begging them for funding. So we can't turn you away. We will lose our funding if we turn you away. Like it. I do. Y'all better get some balls, okay? I'm just gonna call it what it is. You don't let no owners sit up there and tell you that you can't take a knee to protest racial injustice against your people. Who the hell are you to tell me I can't take a knee? This is a First Amendment right, and I don't get saying despicable, disgusting, deplorable, unprofessional, and outright nasty things about black people and African people since he became president. Black people don't want to see nothing positive. Positivity don't sell. That's why reality shows are so popular.
Exactly.
Because they're based on what?
Exactly.
Conflict.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People only watch your YouTube videos when you're dealing with what? Conflict. And that's why I got to thank God, because I'm one of the only people I know who do videos and get the views I get without conflict. You know what I mean?
Well, for the most part, they will use their humor to their advantage. Okay, so when they're in it, they will definitely use the humor to make people laugh and then gain something out of them. So it's really easy for them to like convince someone that this is what they want or this is what they need or whatever and whatever, and they will make everything into a joke. So by humor itself, they will persuade you to do their bidding. So they can be, you know, like I said, they're a little sneaky. So sometimes you really don't know what their personal agenda is. You're just getting the agenda that they want you to get.
Necessary for me to cut the ice once in a while with a couple jokes. So all I can say to that is, if you have a problem with my jokes, stay off my live. If you have a problem with me making light of certain situations, stay off the Instagram, stay off my Twitter, stay off my Facebook. Don't come to the lectures. I believe in your freedom of choice. I absolutely and unequivocally believe in your freedom of choice. So that's not an issue. But let's not.
I need, make sure you let me know when it's like 5 minutes before I go.
Okay, I will.
All right. So I can turn into King Kong. It's like Elijah.
You're already King Kong.
Be quiet. What time it is? What time is it right now, brothers and sisters? What time is it? It is time to hit the cash app.
They like Elegua. Elegua loves to drink. Elegua definitely likes to have a good time. The children of Elegua tend to do the same thing. They tend to be good type of drunks. Okay, so they'll be like happy drunks. There'll be like festive drunks, etc. It is only when they go into Osobo that gets a little more whatever, but for the most part, if they're any day, they'll be really good at parties, and they'll be like the life of the party, and they can have a, you know, some drinks, and then they will
That's right. It's West Side, so you know that I'm bad under no man. Put it up, bomb beat from Dre. To the root of the leg. From Oakland to West Side. The back down. Show me love.
they like smoking, they definitely like drug use, they definitely like
Was the abusums, the netters, the egbe, the iami. This is not marijuana, this is a black.
when children of Elegua and Osobo, they will literally be that crazy person walking down the street while you're driving in the middle of the road, you know, taking a bath or like doing something ridiculous. That will be a child of Elegua and Osobo. You know, whenever you're driving and you see something really, really cuckoo happening on the street corner, you know, chances are that that's someone who went.
I'm going to take my son to school. I leave around about 7:15 every morning. My son's school is actually maybe 3 minutes from Moyer Academy, aka FDMG Academy. My son attends Howard Vocational School, so if you want to Google it and see the distance, you see I'm telling the truth. This morning, I see Dr. Umar brushing his teeth outside of the school, getting in a little tiny fucking car. A little tiny gray Honda or some shit like that. It was a small car. Looked like his face wasn't washed. Looked like he's just living in that building, actually.
I have not yet decided if I'm going to do it. It's going to depend on your response. It's going to depend on the response of parents who have black boys who will be going into the 4th grade. Please donate, brothers and sisters. Please donate. $ FDMG Africanism. Young King from LA looking for the Prince of Pan-Africanism. So,
your actions will show us who you are. We ain't playing no games. My cleanup team. This who came
was communicating to the truth to them or whatever. You feel me? Behind me is extra class space. So you got the school over here, okay? And then you got the modular units over here. You can probably do almost 1,000 students. This is supposed to be FDMG Detroit. Now, when I come to the Charles Wright Museum, when I come to the Charles Wright, when I show up at the Charles Wright Museum, Black psychology, reclaiming the African mind. That's what we're doing. But you know what? I want y'all to come see. I'm not going to open up the gym right now, but I want y'all to see this little playground. Disintegrate and degenerate into intellectual masturbation, sparring work. No yoga is going to liberate African people. No meditation is going to liberate African people. No prayer, no protest, no vote is going to liberate African people. The only thing that's going to liberate African people is WOUO. You got to close your physical eye so your third eye can open. The third eye can't see perfectly until the physical eye is closed. I said your spiritual eye cannot see until your physical. That's why you got to get quiet. Close your eyes. I love closing my eyes. Spiritual vampires are brothers and sisters who will suck you dry. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about because you've either been with a spiritual vampire or you yourself is a spiritual vampire. Now, let me say that's, ouch, woo. The National Basketball Association is a suspect in Dr. Umar's investigation. That's right. The goddamn NBA is a suspect. You know, I have a great grandfather who was from Cuba, who migrated to the United States of America. I had the blessing of meeting him prior to his transition unto the next level. And so it was an honor to meet that great grandfather of mine. He was Cuban. And so it was important for me to come. You know, as someone who studies the ancestors, it's always important that I visit the homes.
Next point is that in Osobo, the children of Elegua will abuse people emotionally, physically, and psychologically. They don't care at that point. When the child of Elegua goes into Osobo, they just stop caring, and then they will do anything and everything to abuse the person that they don't care for.
You Negroes love the NFL more than you love black people. Go ahead and watch your Thursday night football. I know you still sneaking and watching it. Go ahead. You ain't for real. See, the problem with us, we are not serious yet. We just want to look like it. You know damn well you still watching Sunday football. Stop lying. The NFL owners have told you to your face, we don't give a damn about black folks. They know that protest wasn't about no flag, even though it had a right to be. They know that protest wasn't about the Star Spangled Banner, even though it had a right to be. They know that. The reason they're making it about that is because they don't want to address the reason Colin Kaepernick took a knee in the first place, and that is the killing of black folks by police. They don't. Come on, take off your emotional glasses. I need you to take off your emotional glasses. Take them off. Take them off. I need you to take off your emotional glasses and then put on your political.
Been off the continent yet, nigga? Okay, I heard you did a little thing in Mexico. Went up to Canada, nigga. Have you been out the Western Hemisphere on an invitation? I'm not talking about your trips to Kemet, nigga. Has anybody flew your ass out the Western Hemisphere? You plagiarizing Napoleon Bonaparte. But I got a little belly, right, nigga? But guess what? I'm comfortable in my motherfucking skin. I love who the fuck I am, nigga. Ain't no problems over here with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm straight. Why the fuck you looking at my chest for, you pro-homo nigga? What you looking at my chest for? What you looking at my stomach for?
It's that the streets will call to them, you know, the need to be outside. They love sweets and pastries and things like that. Lots of sweet things. They tend to have a sweet tooth. For the most part, they like candy and anything sugary. They kind of like crave it, you know. They like to just eat nice things, and they like good food overall. Because children of Elegua do tend to have expensive taste, I have to say too. They tend to have expensive taste even when the wallet is small and tight, but they still like to exude.
I love this cheesy cowboy.